And welcome back to Lary Talk, everybody, with the episode that is way long overdue, and I highly apologize for it. I am your host that can't tell time, apparently, Henry King. I know it's been almost a year since I did the last episode. I get it. I know. A lot of things have been going on within that year time, though. And to be honest, man, I've just been in a funk. I haven't been in the mood to do this. You know what I mean? I got to be in a good mood to be a positive person, to put it out to you. You don't want to see me going up here and be like, fuck the world, fuck everybody. And that's how I've been feeling lately for, I don't know, a while. So that's what this episode's going to be about, being in a funk. So here's what my thing is. I'm not depressed, so don't get that. You know what I mean? I'm not a depressive guy. You know what I mean? I'll get down in the dumps once in a while, like everybody, because everybody's here. Before I go on, can we stop with the mental health thing? I get it. Some people really do need some mental health help, but not everybody is fucking crazy. We're all human. We all have emotions. Calm it down a bit. They make like everything now. You have to go to counseling. You have to see a counselor. Sorry, my window's open today. But you have to see a counselor and all this other stuff. And it's like some of that don't work for people. Okay, so calm down. But I get it. Calm down. Okay, so the last episode I did was in April last year. And every week of April, I interviewed another laryngectomy. And it was pretty good. We had some good views onto it. The last one ending with DJ Slacker. After that, I had plans of doing another episode. And I was gonna do another travel episode. Like I went to Florida, I think it was in May. Yeah, it was in May of last year. We ended up going to Florida. And I thought, this would be a great thing. Larry in the Wild, right? Is what I was going to call the channel and everything. I was going to film all the way down and, everything that we did down there and then on the way back and all that good stuff. So camera wouldn't work. Couldn't get it to work. Couldn't get it to charge. So we had to use our phone. The phone version sucked, which was fine. I can work with that. You know what I mean? Look at this thing. I'm not worried about production. Then we got down there and we just started having fun and totally forgot to record anything. We were supposed to go to the racetrack at Daytona and film that. We didn't. I did film a little bit at the beach, but that was about it. And we filmed some in my mother-in-law's backyard because she's got a great backyard, woods and everything else. And I'll even have some footage up here playing. And that was it. We forgot all about recording anything. So that was like, that didn't happen. And on the way down, we actually had some funny stuff. Like we stopped at Krispy Kreme and got a donut, made a whole joke about Krispy Kreme. It was going to be a good thing. And we were stupid and we forgot. Me and my wife both. We didn't even think about it. We were having too much fun. You know what I mean? Enjoying life and not trying to be in the phone. We're Gen X. What can you say? I also ended up filming a hike to the Gigantic Falls that we did. And I figured, I was going to do a whole series on this. And then I just didn't. I just didn't. I got busy working, which I'm no longer at the job that I was at. I had to get out of food, man. I had to get out of it. People are assholes now. Stop being a dickhead to the people that make your food. It's unreal. Not only that, I was hired to do one thing, now doing everything else other than what I was hired to do. So I'm done playing that game. So I ended up working for another company where I'm a merchandiser. All I do is go in, set up a display, do a couple audits, stock some things, leave. It's great. Pay could be a little bit better, but otherwise it's an easy gig, man. You set your own hours and go at it. It's pretty simple. Now, what is the funk that I speak of, right? Well, the funk that I speak of is I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life now, right? I'm only 4 years out of cancer, okay? My surgery was in 2020. This May will be my 4th year. I still got one more before I can say I'm cancer-free. But in the meantime, I got to figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life. I don't want to do the normal shit that I've been doing. It hasn't got me anywhere. And now I'm limited on the things that I can do. Not just because of my physical part of it, but because I didn't get a proper education. I was too stupid and out partying all the time. I didn't give a shit about all that. So I don't have a college degree or anything. I got a GED, good enough diploma, which has been good enough until now. Now I kind of want to do something. The sad part is going to school is the worst thing to me in my life. I cannot stand sitting there and trying to learn shit, especially because 90% of the time you're learning stuff you don't want to learn. I can't do that. If I'm not into it, I'm just not going to do it. As you can see with the show, if I'm not into it, I'm not going to do it. Like, to do this show, I've got to be in a positive mood. I don't want to come on here and be negative and give a wrong impression about what it's like to be a laryngectomy to somebody because I'm having a bad day. That just ain't right to them. And it's not even the financial aspect of it. I just want to find something I'm going to love doing and want to do. And if I make a bunch of money off it, fine. If I don't, that's fine too. I'm just trying to find something that makes me happy. Because look, I didn't survive cancer to go back and do the 9 to 5 grind at a job I hate. Can't stand the people I'm working around. I didn't survive cancer for that, right? So I'm going to try doing something to make it better for myself. I don't know what yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. And that's the punk. What to do with the rest of your life. The downside is like my wife says I'm a smart man. Okay. But I know a lot about or a little bit about a lot of things. You know what I mean? I'm not an expert at anything, but I know enough to get by on a bunch of different things. Which back in the day would have made you a Renaissance man. Now it just makes you a redneck. I mean, and I've been thinking about starting another podcast outside of this one. So, that way, maybe I could do something with that. But this honestly isn't my thing that I'd want to do either. Like, I'd rather be the guy behind the scenes writing shit for SNL, that kind of thing. Like, I could see me doing that and enjoying it. But getting there. I can be funny. I can be stupid and all that. And I guarantee you I can write a sketch better than anything that's been on SNL lately. They fucking suck now. But I don't have the way in. So, but I do know I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to just settle. Like, I'll take a job now for pay the bills, but I'm always on the lookout for something better. Always. As everybody should be. You should always want to better yourself. And anybody that gets mad about you wanting to better yourself shouldn't be in your life. Now, what do I do to get out of the funk? That's the question. And the answer is, I don't know yet. Still in it. But what I do is try not to think about it too hard, try not to dwell onto it, and try having fun. Like I said, I'm not a depressed guy. Me and my wife's been having a blast. TikTok has been fun as hell. Let me just tell you. It's just more of the funk of what do I want to do? Where do I want my life to go after this? And, all the good things. I guess you can call it adulting, which I'm not very good at. I'm not one of those. See, my problem was I lived probably about a good 30 years of live today like there's no tomorrow. Well, the problem about that is there is tomorrow. And if you didn't prepare for tomorrow, you're kind of fucked when it shows up, right? Welcome to my world. That whole rebellion youngster thing where you're like, fuck the world, blah, 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 was my parents though. And then you're like, oh, I get it. But some of us have to learn the hard way, I guess. I'm one of those school of hard knocks, man. Stupid and yet smart at the same time. It's unreal. What really sucks is being self-aware. You're aware of it and you still idiot. But yeah, the reason why I say I gotta stay positive to do this thing, because there's already enough negative out there, right? I mean, look at the world. You got 2 major wars going on. You got an election of a turd and a turd sandwich. Like all the freaking violence that's going on, the gun violence, like it's just insane to me what's going on right now. And then you got people on the internet, 90% of them are trying to be negative because negativity sells, right? They got to correct that fucking thing. It's just dumb. So I always want to be in a positive attitude to bring it to you guys. Not only that, like I said, I don't want to give the wrong impression that like being a laryngectomy sucks all the time, blah blah blah, because it don't. You know, it's life. It's what you make of it, really. If you lay around and don't do anything, yeah, it's gonna suck. But if you actually try and be active and try with your life, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have a good life. So with all that said, where does that leave Lary Talk, the podcast, right? Well, I have been thinking about making Lary Talk just a YouTube only channel. A, it's free. B, more people have access to YouTube. C, it's for me, it's free. And literally, it's mainly because more people have access to the YouTube. Like on the actual podcast on Spotify and all that, I think I'm maybe at 100 altogether on views. Whereas one video on TikTok or on YouTube will actually get that, you know. So clearly, you all are watching it on YouTube and not listening to it in the podcast. If you are listening to it in the podcast, let me know. Go on to Facebook, go to Lary Talk page, and just comment, or Lary World, the group. And let me know if you're actually listening to it on one of the podcast platforms. Other than that, it might end up just being a YouTube channel. I will keep the website though. So we're going to take a quick break here. I think you're looking for something to read, ain't you? Well, how about The Silent Barber, My First Year as a Laryngectomy? It's a book by Aaron Wayne. And this book is his first year of becoming a laryngectomy and his take, his views. It's not filled with scientific mumbo jumbo. It's not going to make you Google anything. It's just his take on what it was like to become a laryngectomy the first year. And if that book doesn't do it for you, what about The Silent Night, a laryngectomy journal? This is very much Aaron's journal about his second year of being a laryngectomy. Wouldn't you like to know what happened after the first year? I know I did. You can order these books by contacting Aaron Wayne. And if he's nice, he might send you some stickers so you can decorate your HME. The one I'm wearing today says, if you can read this, just too close. Because seriously, back off. What am I, a fart you're trying to sniff? Anyway, contact Aaron Wayne below and enjoy the books. Only because the website has the links for people to get help and stuff like that. So I don't want to take that away. So I'll keep the website, but the rest of it might just become, you know, just a YouTube channel. And I had thought about doing a Patreon, but I don't do enough for it to serve justice to ask you for money. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be that guy, be like, yeah, donate to my channel. And then I put out something once a month. That's not fair to you. That's a waste of money on your part. I don't want to be that guy. I never want to be that guy that's charging my viewers anything, really. You know, it's free service for me, for you. I'm not trying to make a buck. I'm just trying to help. So the Patreon route, I tinkered with the idea. I'm still tinkering with it, but if I did that right, I'd have to put out a lot more media for you guys than what I do now, which means it'll take up a lot more time, which I'm fine with. But at the same time, you know, it's a catch-22. I'm way more popular on TikTok, which is weird. Like on TikTok, I got over 1,000 followers, which isn't much, but enough because I don't post anything that's like great. It's mostly, you know, advice about laryngectomy and me just being me stupid, you know. That's it. But that might be coming to an end if Congress gets their way and they ban TikTok, which I don't get that one at all, man. That Timu one has been proven to steal your data and sell it, and it's a Chinese-owned company, and yet they got a Super Bowl ad and everything's okay. What? What? You know, steals your data the most? Google, but because it's American-owned, it's okay. So just remember that. America can't tax TikTok, so they're like, you know, mad. But I really don't think it's, I mean, first of all, if they do ban it, do you know how much money is going to be lost? And it's not just little businesses. Like every business has something going on TikTok. Every big business, whether it's Procter and Gamble or Kellogg's. They all have something going on up there. Even the goddamn president of the United States has a TikTok right now. Think about that. But what do I know? I'm just a dipshit at his kitchen table doing a podcast. So, but I promise you, Lary Talk isn't going anywhere. I plan on doing more episodes. In fact, before TikTok gets banned, me and DJ Slacker, Rob Slack, were my last guest on the last episode. Me and him plan on going live every Saturday during the month of April because April's Neck Cancer Awareness Month. So we go live, answer any questions, deal with whatever douchebags we get, and go on from there and have a little fun. So if you guys want to join us on that, look up Lary Talk and DJ Slacker on TikTok, and it'll be like every Saturday. We haven't figured out a time yet. He's like an hour difference in time than I am, I think. So it'll probably be like 8, 9 o'clock at night, something like that. Who knows? We'll let you know more when we know. And again, it depends on if it's still around. And if you made it this far in the video, you might as well like and subscribe because why not? Help me out. The more you like, the more the algorithm will let me be seen by other people. I mean, well, I'm not seen by many, but the ones that are seeing it are the ones that need to see it. So yeah, I do plan on doing that travel thing, that travel idea. I thought it was a great idea. I just got to get some equipment because I want to interview people too. Like I want to go and do like there's a museum that we want to do, and I want to be able to interview the person giving us the tour of the museum. You know what I mean? So I need equipment to do that. But I do plan on doing a travel laryngectomy. And if one of you guys would like to do it, I've seen that a lot of you are now doing like podcasts or a weekly video and stuff like that. And I'm not to toot my own horn, but I think I kind of inspired some people, didn't I? That's good, man. Get more of us out there. One of you all, if you got the means to travel like the country or the world, you should make a channel, man, and just do a Lary traveling. You know, you can't do Lary in the wild. I've already got that thing. Yeah, you know, more of us need to get out and show our face, show us doing activities, show us riding our motorcycles, show us doing all the things that we would do normally. You know, there's people out there surfing. It's just amazing what we can do. We need more of that on video and out there in the media. So that way it's not always the tobacco commercial. So with that said, guys, I'm going to head out. It's going to be a shorter one. I am doing another episode. And the next episode will be about marijuana. Okay. So if you're sensitive to the topic of Mary Jane, weed, ganja, whatever you call it in your area, that might not be the episode for you. But if you're curious about it, how it helped me during my chemo and radiation, you might want to tune in. I might even throw up a few recipes on Facebook so that you guys can make your own at home, make your own edibles and stuff like that. It's really easy to do. You just got to be careful. So until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves and have a good one.